Welcome, jesters. Kilmar Albrego Garcia is coming home. Not so much. I'm sure you have heard the news that the United States is returning Kilmar Albrego Garcia to the country to get his due process exactly as I predicted, exactly as I suggested Pam do in a video, was it last week or maybe 2 weeks ago? But to my friends on the left, he's not coming back to address the immigration issue. That's not even going to be brought up in the court. He is actually coming back to be tried for human trafficking. Yeah. So the due process that you guys have been carrying on about, just a quick reminder, he got that. Yes, he got his immigration due process. Now he's coming back to face criminal charges. And the crazy part was, well, you know what? The expected part was, when the news broke, all these leftoids on X, they were overjoyed. They were posting that, Kilmar is coming home. He's going home to his family. The Trump administration admitted they wrongly deported him. No, they didn't. I'm just going to remind you guys again that he was lawfully deported. There was nothing wrong with his deportation. He finished his due process in the immigration system and had a final order of removal. Oh, but what about the withholding? Yeah, the mistake there was the judge, who stipulated that he not be deported to Guatemala. And I'm sure they checked it. They looked at it and said, oh, okay, we can't send him to Guatemala. We're sending him to his home country of El Salvador, which is exactly what happened. So there you go. However, the funnier part, the part that we are loving, genuinely, we are really loving this, is he's about to face criminal charges because, my friends on the left, you just wouldn't let it go. You just would not let it go. You kept carrying it on. All sorts of Democrat politicians, from local politicians all the way up to Washington, just wouldn't let it go. You're the ones that pressured, pushed, convinced Pam and the rest of them to actually open the investigation. An investigation which probably hadn't happened. Sure, there were evidence, but I really think they were willing to, leave well enough alone. He had been deported, he's in prison, and if at some point in the future you had let the legal process play out in El Salvador, perhaps convinced a judge down there that he's not really a threat, now that President Trump is in charge, the border is secure, not really a threat of him returning to the United States, so, set him free in his home country so he can live out the rest of his life in the tropical paradise of El Salvador. That could have happened. Yes, he could have been released back into his home country of El Salvador. But no, you just wouldn't let it go. And now he's being brought back to face charges of alleged human trafficking. Okay, yeah. You people, my friends on the left, are the ones that are sending him to Alcatraz. Not us. However, I do want to point out that there is, I think, an extra dimension to this case. And it's something that, we really need to do. I think Pam really wants to bankrupt the NGOs that are involved in this, because let's not forget, this is going to be a federal case, and Pam has all the money she needs. They can spend as much as they need and drag out this case as long as they want. And what are his lawyers going to do? Are they going to leave him? Are they going to let him hang out to dry? Are they just going to let him face these federal charges with a public defender? Oh, no. They're on the hook for this. They caused this. They're on the hook. And I just want to remind you, all of my friends on the left, you're on the hook as well. All of you demanded he be brought back so he could get his due process. Now that he's about to get his due process, are you going to let him hang out to dry? Or are you going to continue to donate the millions of dollars necessary it will take for him to fight these federal charges? Are you? Think long and hard about this. Because, my friends on the left, you're about to send him to Alcatraz. He's about to be the first prisoner at Alcatraz. Wouldn't that be just the big, beautiful cherry on top? Yeah, so it's time for you to put up or shut up. But I know you're not, because, yeah, this was all fake from the beginning. You know I'm right.